Let's figure out what's going on with this. When I got this chuck, the guy at Home Depot asked me, he's like, is this yours? You know, did you get this here? And I thought it was a weird question. Well, now I understand why. What was the package? The package was already opened, and there was like deterioration showing on the shaft, and but this looked alright, so I was like, alright, whatever, you know. So I chucked it up, and I could not get it to chuck at first. So, dimple, long straight. So there's 2 long straights and 2 dimples. It would go in, but it wasn't locking it. I'm not familiar with this. I'll figure it out right now. No idea what the, you know, I'm sure I'll know eventually. So if you tighten this all the way up, you can then twist it and locate it. There it is. So it's a little hard going in. I don't know why. Maybe if you put it over here to swivel or something, it's easier. Oh, that makes it worse. Now the chisel goes in there like butter. Oh, I see. Alright, it's real obvious. So, without this down, you tighten this up, drop it in there, spin it, and all of a sudden you'll know when you're home. And it's definitely there. You know what this needs? Another fucking gun wheel. So this was all kind of pitted, and I have my glasses on. Yeah, I guess that's just, this sat out someplace. And it's fine. That's what it will look like after I've got it for a while. If gun oil's gonna hurt it, then it ain't gonna fucking survive this journey. Alright. I really wanted was a little lubrication on the shaft. You gotta lubricate the shaft. Oh, yeah, okay. So drop it in there. Let's cock it off. Oh yeah. Okay. I bet you someone just fought it, dude, and gave up on it. Nothing wrong with that. You know what? I'm gonna go a little crazy. I feel it. It's a little bit funny. Very clear engagement on that clocking. Okay. Every 180. Okay. Well, that worked. As far as this, a 5-gallon bucket of thin set or leveler with a gallon of water. Well, this is the 4 amp hour. Basically the best pack you can get. You can get that in 6 amp hour. Shouldn't make much difference here. I was able to stall it out. It just goes into production mode. It would not spin the big paddle. I mean, it was spinning the big paddle, but dude, I felt like it was getting hot, dude. I felt like I could smell it. Now that leveler oftentimes has the same smell as a burning drill. I don't know. Every time I spin an entire 5 gallon bucket of anything, it smells like it's burning. So, you know, whatever. Maybe it's the drill. Maybe it's the chemical process. Oh, that was a chemical process. So I switched out the big paddle to the little paddle, and this did far better than the 6.2 amp hour. Home Depot did take that back. I'm not happy with it, dude. They're advertising it as, you see 5/8 on the front, you see 1/2 inch heavy duty, and then it says chuck, so it's got a heavy duty chuck, it's got a big enough motor, but the speed controller on the AC 6.2 amp is insufficient. It only works on full throttle. If you run it on like half throttle or try to run low speed, it smokes in like 3 seconds. So that's not the drill you want. This one did fine. Like at this speed, we can do it, but then I'm fucking spinning it, dude, just going. So I span up, I don't know, 3 buckets with this, and I have confidence it'll survive. I say you still want a heavier drill for spinning fucking, leveler in a bucket, but this can perform that duty. Just don't get the biggest. I mean, that other paddle I have is obscene. I don't know where I got it. I got it as like a novelty. It's like one of those dildos, It's like, well, what are you gonna do with that? I know some people can do something with it, but most people can't. So this was very expensive. At Home Depot, like $60. But I wanted to use this to spin buckets. I can now use this to drill concrete. I can now use this to hammer drill anything that needs to be hammer drilled, which is concrete. And I can use this to drill big hogger holes. Put these bigger guys, and it's just gonna fucking bend drill bits, dude. It's gonna be rad. Where something like this comes in handy is when you're drilling big fucking holes. It's why fuck around. The little drill will do it. It just sometimes it binds up at the end of the run. So I'm very happy with this purchase. It's really used. Half a pack. Works better if it's plugged in. Unplug one of my lights. There we go. So there we go. Let's try it one more time. Put it in there, spin it around. Clock. That was my only complaint, is that didn't go well. Well, leveler's down. So let's see what happens, eh? What happens is we're gonna move on to the next thing. Fuck, exhausted.